Transition most effectively, you need to concentrate on the moves that will get you either 3 or 5 compared with just 1 for the same amount of effort, right? Realize that the scoring in these two styles of wrestling, and we're talking freestyle and Greco-Roman wrestling, things happen so much more quickly. Have you got 2 guys that can demonstrate?
I will.
Okay, come on. Well, he needs a partner too. Somebody. You're going to be thrown around a little bit. Come on.
Let's go, Alex. Step up.
For example,
Just take it all up, yeah.
just clear down on your belly for right now while he gets ready. For example, to score to get a near fall,
Do you have any knives on you?
to get a near fall,
Shut up.
get a near fall in high school, you have to be at 45 degrees, right? Clear back about this point and hold it for 2 seconds before you get the 2 points, right? Or 5 to get the 3. In this style of wrestling, if you can imagine a vertical plane and you instantaneously take your opponent over that 90 degrees and back, you'll score the same 2 points. So now you know what a front headlock is, right? Okay, lock him up in a front headlock, and I just want you to start rolling. Boom, boom, boom. Do it 3 times consecutively. 2, 2, 2. Stop. Blow the whistle. In these styles of wrestling, 6 points is a tech, not 15. All right? Never once did you see control demonstrated as you know it here, did you? But you saw him score 2 points 3 consecutive times. All right? Once again, I'm just trying to illustrate how quickly things happen. All right, so what constitutes a match?
Would he have just tech called me there then?
He just teched you. You lost.
Oh, wow. You suck.
That's all right, I'll let you get even in a second. Promise. All right, that's the point. It happens that quickly. You know, what did it take? Maybe a matter of 4 or 5 seconds? Scored 6 points, got a tech. All right, let's demonstrate one more how quickly it goes. Stand on your feet this time. You all know a head and arm, right? Okay? Throw a head, just throw a conventional head and arm. You get to throw him this time since you lost last time. Head throw, yeah, head and arm. Okay, perfect. All right, what would you get in high school? 2 points for that, right? In this one, you're going to score 3. You come on up. All right? If you can take your opponent from his feet to his back and put him in danger, in other words, expose his back, you're going to get 3 points in this style. Okay? So now you've already got 1 more point. This time, though, you throw the same thing, but now I want you to just roll right on through. Rethrow. Throw, rethrow. You familiar with that?
Yeah.
Okay? So throw it. Keep rolling, Red. There you go.
So,
Now score that.
so does he get 3?
He gets 3,
for the re-roll.
and he got 2. Exactly right. In high school, what would you have gotten? He'd have gotten nothing, right? And he would have gotten 2. So in that same series of action, in high school, there would be a total of 2 points scored. In these 2 styles of wrestling, you got a 3 and a 2. There were 5 points scored. So you sort of start to get the idea how much more quickly you can score in these styles. And we're going to have, there's one more thing that I want to point out to you. All the way through this in high school, we always talk about control, 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 right? You don't need to worry about that so much in these styles. We're going to reward you for taking risks and demonstrating how well you can execute moves without necessarily having control. You know, to get a takedown, for example, in high school, you've got to be around either hip to hip or have him in a near fall situation, right? A pinning combination, right? In this style, you saw the front headlock where he went boom, 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 and got a tech. Never once would you have called that control in high school, would you? Okay? So now start thinking about, in this frame of reference, how much you need to be more selective about the moves that you choose to do. All right? You know, why would you do a simple duck under? Go right down to your belly. Right to your belly. That's 1 point. Right? All right? This time, are you either one of you familiar with a gut wrench? Okay. Do the same duck under and throw a gut. Okay? Throw a duck under and and a gut. Perfect. He got 1 plus 2 for very little more effort. So he scored a total of 3 points there, didn't he? With very, very little effort, more effort than if he had just gotten the 1 point, right? So now, it didn't take much more effort to throw a head and arm, right? And get 3. So we want you to start thinking in that frame of reference. Okay, so now we've kind of led you into it. I think what I'll do now, and if you guys have questions, geez, it's best if you ask the questions, like, who did ask the question? That was a good one. And it helps me to, I can sit up here and spout all day, but if it's something that you want to know, geez, ask me. And if you got the question, surely somebody else does as well, especially if you haven't Greco or freestyle. So what we're going to do is start into the mechanics of a match, what you would be expected to do as a competitor, and then we'll get off into, as we have time, we'll get off into scoring maneuvers and that kind of thing, okay? So what you have to do and we'll talk freestyle first, and then we'll get into the Greco, because they're 2 separate, distinct styles. Even though the scoring maneuvers are the same, the point scoring system is the same. And obviously, you can see already that the point scoring system is different in freestyle and Greco than it is in the folk style or the high school stuff that you guys normally wrestle. Correct? All right. In high school, you wrestle 3 2-minute periods, right? In freestyle, you wrestle 3 2-minute periods. All right? So there, from that standpoint, it's the same. Once we get to the Greco, you still wrestle 3 2-minute periods, but the way we administer a Greco match is considerably different because each period is broken into 3 parts. We'll get into that. Okay, to start a match in freestyle, start off just exactly the same as you do in high school, but we don't have these lines here. So all you have to do is be in the same relative area of each other. The referee's going to blow, you'll shake hands the same as you do in high school, but we'll blow the whistle. It doesn't matter if you're right here on the line. It doesn't matter if you're out here. We don't care. As long as you're in that vicinity, that referee is going to blow the match. You'll blow the whistle, I mean, start the match. No, you'll be facing each other. You'll be facing each other. But what you need to realize, if you go out of bounds and you come back in, and you're lollygagging here and you're off looking at your girlfriend or something here, I understand he does a lot of that, right? Yeah. Yeah. If you're good looking, you're good looking, right? Absolutely. So don't be looking off at your girlfriend, because when you're back in the area, that referee is going to blow the whistle. Now, he doesn't care whether you're ready or not. All right? As long as you're in that area, if you present yourself in that area, he's going to blow the whistle and start the match. Okay? You didn't mind making fun of me, did you? I wasn't making fun of you. I was complimenting you. Right? All right. Enough said there. So that's the way you administer a freestyle match. Now, what happens if it's at first, and to win the match, you've got to win 2 out of 3 periods. Okay, so if you win the first 2 periods, you won't wrestle the third period in the match. That's a distinct difference. Okay, and you've already seen a difference: 6-point tech instead of 15. All right. So now you know everything you need to know to be able to wrestle a freestyle match, with one exception. What if the score is tied? 3-3, 4-4, 5-5, at the end of each period. Score more points than the other guy. Absolutely. So let's say that it's 0-0. No points have been scored, but we have to have a winner, right? So what we're going to do is flip the disc. It'll come up red or blue. We're red or blue instead of red and green like you're used to seeing in high school. And let's say that blue wins the toss. What the referee will ask him is, what leg do you want to attack? So you choose a leg on your opponent you want to attack. Okay? So now you have to present yourself. You don't have to make it a real exaggerated thing, but you do have to realize that he's going to attack it. And most experienced opponents will have relatively straight across, generally just slightly ahead.